All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Hotlanta. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series kicks off the season at Atlanta. 100 laps here tonight to kick off Season 3 of 2021. This is a fun track, high speed, high bank, and side-by-side racing in effect tonight. Who's going to take home the victory here at Atlanta? In race number 1, there's only one way to find out, and that is watch TurnLeftTV. Well, kicking it off right here at Hotlanta tonight, a 100-lap race here in the Buschwackers Series. And TurnLeftTV, thanks for coming in. All right, hey, thank you for being here tonight. Joining us on TurnLeftTV. Got a good one for you. This is Atlanta tonight. And these guys are in the practice session. Just a few moments left in practice. Again, I'm your host, Heath Johnson, the commentator, broadcaster. This is 100 laps tonight. Race number 1 at Atlanta Motor Speedway, located in Hampton, Georgia. So round 1, kicking off the 3rd season here in 2021. Take a look at the track here. Just a little over 1.5 miles in length, banking in the turns at 24 degrees. So high banked, and you get a little bit of banking there in the straights. And you do have this, what we call a quad oval configuration. So we got 2 little kinks there in the front stretch. A lot of fun here at this track. So one that Mike Schreiner did a great job on this track. And a lot of fun to put the car around this track, not only in stock cars, we've also raced this in Indy cars as well. Take a look at the schedule here in the Buschwackers Series for this season, kicking it off at Atlanta. Look at that, Iowa Speedway coming up next week, Texas, Daytona on July the 2nd, Palm Springs, that's Homestead on July the 9th, see Bristol Motor Speedway. Some short track action there on July the 16th, and then Riverside International on July the 23rd. So a good road course there, 50 laps at the old famed road course at Riverside International. It doesn't even exist anymore, but it exists in the virtual world. Nashville Super Speedway coming up on July the 30th, and Chicagoland Speedway on August the 6th, and finishing out the season at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with a 70-lap race on August the 13th. Tonight's race brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you want some great rFactor 2 server, then please give EliteHostingUSA.com a visit. Not only here in the United States, but also can hook you up with servers in your area of the world. Again, thank you for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Peace to everybody out there, man. It has been a hot one here today in Indiana. But we're now in the cool air conditioning, and the only thing going against us, or for us, whatever you say, it's Hot Atlanta tonight. That's right, Hot Atlanta. Should be a great race. I love Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's always a fun race here. And thanks for coming in. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. Share my videos with all your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share my videos here at TurnLeftTV. And then if you'd like to make a donation, please donate by clicking on that link up in the banner of the channel and donate straight through PayPal. Thanks to all those recent donations. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I encourage you to do so. Then you'll get messages of when races are coming up. So we got a great one for you here tonight with Atlanta Motor Speedway, kicking off a busy weekend of racing as usual here in the High Octane Racing League. Got some chatters coming in here. Claudio Bardelli Jr. joining us. Givaldo joining us well. Those guys going to be out there on the track here tonight. We're taking a look at Givaldo right now in the 68 car. So he's always a regular in the chat sessions and making sure that we're behaving ourselves. And then Claudio Bardelli Jr. How about that last week at in the Saturday Night Thunder? Got a huge win for Claudio Bardelli Jr. last week. Can he put that 91 in the victory lane here in the Buschwackers series? Claudio comes out, runs the stock cars. He runs the stock cars on Friday, runs the stock cars on Saturday. He also runs the IndyCar series on occasion. And I gave him a little bit of grief the other day, last week, about not having the TurnLeftTV logo on the car, the IndyCar, and he comes back, sends me a screenshot like the next day that had the TurnLeftTV logo on there. I was just giving him a hard time, but he's a really good guy, and what a big win there for him. 91 car last week in the Saturday Night Thunder at Iowa. So good luck to both those guys here tonight. Getting ready to kick it over to qualifications. We got a busy weekend, as I mentioned. The High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series will be at Phoenix tomorrow at 200 laps. That famed, what do you want to call that, man? I don't even think you want to call that tri-oval, do you? So I think it's a 5-turn track. I've said that time and time again, man. That dog leg is serious business. But IndyCar's headed your way, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's tomorrow, right here on TurnLeftTV. And then the Saturday Night Thunder will be at Texas Motor Speedway for race number 8. So we are winding down that season, and that points battle is tight right now. So who's going to take home the victory at Texas? Find out by coming out and joining us tomorrow. You're more than welcome to come out and race with us. So 133 laps here from Texas in the High Octane Racing League. Saturday Night Thunder. Don't forget to visit us at highoctaneracing.net if you're interested in doing some racing. It's a good way to get a hold of us. It's just you can join Discord through that address there, but also a good way to check on who's doing what during the week, who's running what times in the specific leagues by checking the rFactor 2 times. Buschwackers series, IndyCar series. And the Saturday Night Thunder will have the High Octane Racing League GT3 series coming back your way very, very soon. Will Dunbar is going to be taking over that the admin duties of that league, and he is excited, man. He came up with a schedule for the GT3 series, and I think guys are really, really going to enjoy this season coming up, man. Very interesting tracks, and it's good to see getting new eyes on the situation. And excited about that. Of course, you'll see those races live right here on TurnLeftTV. All right, now take a look at the 68 car here of Givaldo Spindola. The 68 making his laps. Top time right now, Preston Hassel, 29.395. Givaldo there with a 29.727. Right now shown 7th on the grid. Tim Lansbury's new top time, 29.348. Preston Hassel finishing up his qualification effort. How about that, Tim Lansbury, the 82 car. Good fast lap there for him. Take a look at Sean Jacobs here in the 24 car, Western Auto sponsor machine. Oh, he smacks the wall there, but 4th place effort out of him. How about Art Vieta in a foreign car? .780 is that time for Art Vieta. Right now 10th on the grid. Got another lap in him here. Second lap for Artur Vieta. 29.331 to the top of the grid. So good job, Art Vieta. New top time here. How about Lucas Simpler in the 21 car? So Flexio sponsor machine. Luca, I think, qualification position is really not that important for him. Lately, I've seen him really kind of backing off and maybe not even qualifying, just starting in the back. He's really been playing that fuel-safe strategy. We've talked about that before. And we'll be kind of curious to see how he plays this throughout the season. He's got a little bit of a... He and Colin Matiak, man, those guys have got a little bit of a rivalry going, and it's fun really to watch that as well. Both of our young gun drivers there. So Luca 14th on the grid, 32.048. So it doesn't look like he is really pushing to try to pick up a P1. 13 car, Colin Matiak. His qualification attempt. Right now 4th on the grid, now 2nd on the grid, 29.341 with that attempt there. Good job to him. Looks like a Gilmar Peixoto. I don't know if he's going to go out here. He's got about 4.5 minutes left in the qualification session. If he is, Art Vieta, the top time here so far. So Arthur Vieira, the top qualifier here. So congratulations to Arthur in that NASCAR BR Deguste Burger Chevy Camaro. Whoa, there we go. Get a look at that. So congratulations to Arthur Vieira there on good P1 qualification position. If you're interested in some comics, please give ZiaComics.com a look. Your nerd headquarters. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. That is ZiaComics.com. All things comic. Your nerd headquarters. Right now, these guys are in the driver's meeting here, getting some information. We'll take a look at the schedule here in the Buschwacker Series. Of course, starting off tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Next week we got Iowa, so a big difference there in that, so a little less than a mile in length, about 0.8 of a mile, I believe, at Iowa. So Texas Motor Speedway, 1.5 miles coming up, and then Daytona International, the fourth race of the season, followed by Homestead on July the 9th. Bristol Motor Speedway begins the second half of that season. Riverside International on July the 23rd. Nashville Super Speedway coming up on July the 30th. Chicagoland Speedway, another one of those cookie cutter 1.5 miles on August the 6th. And Indianapolis Motor Speedway on August the 13th. Take a look at our side-by-side, I believe. Side-by-side, see if that's working. Looks like it is. We got Givaldo queued up there on the right-hand screen. So these guys are going to go to warm up here in just a moment. All right, hey, thanks for coming in. How about this? Clayton Perkins coming in here. I hope you're enjoying your summer, Clayton, as much as I'm enjoying my summer. I always love those long extended periods of time off. So good to see you in here. And again, hope everything's going okay for you. So we got about 8 minutes in the warm-up session, and then we're going to get the green flag, baby. Command to start the engines. We'll take a look at the qualification results. Artur Vieta qualifies in P1 with a 29.331. Colin Madiak qualifies in second. Tim Lansbury third. Jim Willis qualifies in the fourth position. Preston Hassel qualifies in fifth. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the sixth position. Sean Jacobs in the 24 will start in seventh. Todd Robillard starts in the eighth position in the 90 car. Ed Palumbo in ninth. At 54 car, Zach Casey starts in the 10th position. Starting in 11th will be Will Dunbar in the 88 car. Chivaldo Spindola in the 68 will start in 12th. Christian Wilson with that new paint scheme. The 30 car starts in the 13th position. And Lucas Simpfner qualifies in 14th in the 21 car. All aboard here with Sean Jacobs in the 24 car. Well, my pick to win this race tonight is Colin Madiak. Will Dunbar said, I'm rooting for you, man. I'm rooting for you. Clayton says, always fun to chill and watch some of this on my free time. Hope your summer basically is going well for you. It is. Sleeping in every day. So we've got about 5.5 minutes left here in warm-up. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on TurnLeftTV, there'll be Phoenix Raceway in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Race number 8. We got 3 races to go, including Phoenix, to crown the champion. Right now, Ricardo Almeida has a pretty big lead, but I think, I'm not wishing anything bad on anybody, but if he has a few bad races there, we certainly could see a shakeup in the points, or at least something a little bit closer. But he has gotten 5 wins this season and pretty dominant. But don't forget, Phoenix is a beast in its own. That's coming up tomorrow live right here on TurnLeftTV at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Nora Robinson in here cheering on Christian Wilson tonight. So he's getting a good fan base built up. Hitting can be a little challenging here, so definitely want to make sure we practice that. 90 car coming in, making a pit stop here just to get a little practice in. Once you can do this in practice, man, but I'll tell you, practice and warm up, but it's a lot different under full speed with a full load of cars out there, and you know you're all jacked up there a little bit on adrenaline as you see the 91 coming around right there. Looks like we've got about a minute left here. Preston Hassel joining us, wishing everybody good luck here tonight. And we'll wish Preston and Claudio Givaldo, Will D coming in here. Those guys are going to be running some laps and competing in this race, so good luck to all those guys. All right, boys and girls, it is that time. Time to get those engines started. The command to start the engines coming up. 100 laps here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Looks like the outside line is the place to be here too, so we'll watch that, see if guys can make moves on the inside line. But it looks like running up in that middle lane to high lane is going to be the place to be here tonight at Atlanta.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, boys and girls, here we go. We'll take a look at the starting order here tonight. Archie Vieta at 4 starts in P1. Colin Madiak outside pole in the 2nd position. Tim Lansbury will start 3rd. Jim Willis in the 53 starts in the 4th position. Starting in 5th will be Preston Hassel in the 27 car. Claudio Bardelli Jr. 91 starts in 6th. Sean Jacobs 7th. Todd Robillard in the 90 starts in the 8th position. Starting in 9th will be Ed Palumbo in the 54 car. Zachman Casey in the 29 starts in the 10th position. Will Dunbar in the 88 starts in 11th. Givaldo Spindola in the 12th position in that 68 car. Christian Wilson in the 30 starts in the 13th position, and Lucas Simpsoner starts in 14th in that 21 car. Hundred laps here tonight at Atlanta. Artur Vieira, our pole sitter. Colin Matiak on the outside line here, and I think Colin actually has a preferred position here, I would say. Artur Vieira going to race you clean there. See the 13 already trying to get in his head a little bit, crowding him. All right, boys and girls, this is Atlanta Motor Speedway, 100 laps here tonight. A great track. Looks like we're going to do 2 times around. I got all excited. So again, 1.54 mile quad oval here. 100 laps, high banked oval, 24 degrees of banking. I'm your broadcaster with the commentator, Heath Johnson. I think the thing to do here is maybe save tires here. You're probably going to have long green flag runs here tonight. Save your tires. Make sure you keep the fenders on it. See Jim Willis up on that outside line in the second row. Good starting position for him tonight. He's got a lot of laps here at this joint here, so keep your eye on that 53 car. 82 Tim Lansbury jumping right back in. We hadn't seen him in a while. Jumping right back in that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang here is qualified in P3. All right, the lights are out on the pace car. The pace car's coming in this time by.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Boogity, 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 boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
All right, good clean start here coming through turn 1. Artur Vieira there jumping out to a lead. Tim Lansbury on the inside in that P2 position. Trying to take over second position. He started in 3rd, but Colin Matiak fighting back on the outside line. Tim Lansbury tucking back in. See Jim Willis also in this mix. Preston Hassel looking to gain some spots here early. Matiak there closing back in on that 4 car. Jim Willis lost a couple of positions here early on. Now back to the 6th position on board here with Jim Willis running in 6th right now. The 53 car running behind the 91 of Claudio Bardelli Jr. Sean Jacobs just behind him in the 7th spot. Nose to tail right now. Everybody's sort of behaving themselves. That 53 ducking down to the below side to see if he can't make a pass. Not going to do it this time by 91 Claudio Bardelli Jr. holding on to that 5th position. Take a look at the 91 here. Claudio Bardelli Jr. Again, we talked about the big win he got in the Saturday Night Thunder, and I was just mentioning the other day, before Saturday actually, that it was only a matter of time before he got a big win. And there he does. Great win for him last week in the Saturday Night Thunder at Iowa Speedway. We'll take a look at Todd Robillard here in the 90 car, running behind Sean Jacobs in the 24. Right now, Todd running in the 8th position. Bardelli Jr. here's making some moves. Looking to get by Preston Hassel on the bottom side. Jim Willis going to try to follow him through. Jim Wilson at 53, and there's 27 of Preston Hassel making some, claiming that spot back there, so taken back over 4th. Bardelli Jr. not able to complete that pass. Preston Hassel fighting back on the outside line. Take a look at the 27. Preston Hassel's got a lot of laps at this place too, and he's making a run here on Tim Lansbury. Tim Lansbury in the 82 car. And that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang. We got a challenge for the race lead. Kyle Madiak going up to the high side, and it looks like he gave up. It looks like he was wanting to get around on the high side, not able to pull off that pass. We got nose to tail here, 1 through 8. And Palumbo in that 54 car bringing up that second train there, running in the 9th position. Mellow yellow sponsor machine. Will Dunbar just behind him. Will in that 88 Salesforce sponsor machine running in the 10th spot. 29 Zach Casey running in 11th. Givaldo Spindola running in 12th. Lucas Infra up a spot running in the 13th position. Christian Wilson is in 14th. He's got a lot of fans in here tonight. Christian in that 30 car. New paint scheme for him. New sponsorship for that Camaro. Oh, I might have put that on a Camaro, but it looks like he's got a Ford on that. So we're going to have to get that changed for him. All right, Tavera still holding on to the lead here. So, tight battle there. 1 through 3. Nobody what do I get out of line right now. Kind of follow the leader and see if they can't get green flag pit stops in here. How about Zach Casey here in the 29 car? Just behind him is Givaldo Spindola and that number 68 Camaro. On board here with Zach Casey. Sean Jacobs and Todd Robillard here battling it out. Todd Robillard in the 90 car down on the inside line. Sean Jacobs in the 24 up on the outside line. Looks like Todd's going to pull off that pass. So now once you start seeing the tires giving up here a little bit, guys are going to start making some passes, I think. The 53 diving down to the inside line here. See if you can't make that work. So we saw the 90 car make that bottom line work. 53 now tinkering around with the high side, now going back down to the low side. He's starting to probably get a little bit worried about this 90 car just behind him. 90 starting to show a little muscle here, putting a little space between he and Sean Jacobs. So the 90 and the 53 getting after it right now. This is for 6th and 7th positions. Christian Wilson here making some moves. Now moving up a spot, getting by the 21 car. So Christian Wilson makes that pass. Go back and look at this pass here as that 30 car gets down on the bottom side here and picks up that spot. 21 Lucas Simpner now back to 14. Todd Robillard here to the bottom side. He's now looking to get around Jim Willis. So the 90 starting to move up here, getting by the 53. Preston Hassel in this AMD sponsor number 27 car going down to the bottom side. He's starting to show a little bit of muscle here. That AMD Ryzen sponsor machine. Now picking up third position. Claudio Bardelli Jr., I think, is going to follow him through. Looking out of the back of Preston Hassel's machine, he's trying to figure out who he needs to play defense on. And Claudio Bardelli Jr. down to the inside line here, he's going to try to get by. He backs off. Zach Muncasey now working on the high line. He and Givaldo Spindola getting after it. 29, Zach Muncasey. Now Toyota picking up P11. Givaldo Spindola now back to the 12th position. Take a look at him running in P12. Ed Palumbo here. I'll tell you what, Ed is closed in on this 24 car. 24, I don't know whether he's got a handling issue or what, but he's fallen off the pacer a little bit. These guys getting after it right now. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is moving up the grid in a hurry. Where is he? There he is. 91 car. Claudio Bardelli Jr. He is making some moves. Down to the inside line. They are side by side. He tucks back in behind the 82. 53's got a good run on him though. 53 trying to get by. Colin Matiak here vying for the race lead. He's down on the inside line. He's going to pull off that pass on Artaviana. So we get a new race leader here. And that is the 13 of Colin Matiak. These guys are 3 wide back there. Todd Robillard wisely backs off, looking out of the front of his machine. 53 tucks in as Bardelli Jr. using that outside line to hold on to that spot. Preston Hassel, he wants a little bit of this. He's down on the inside here. He's going to try to make this pass. Colin drifts up the track a little bit, leaves it open. Oh, the 4 car might have made a little bit of contact with the wall there. This is for the race lead. The 27, Preston Hassel, cannot get the run that he needs coming off the turn. He's scrubbing off a little bit of speed right there. He's going to lose some spots. Play a little defense on the 82. That's going to bottle things up. 82 has to back out. Take a look at Bardelli Jr. Just get an understanding of idea of what he's going through right now. Bardelli Jr. in a lot of traffic. We call that a hornet's nest right there. The 53 hanging on to that thing. He was in the middle. Bardelli Jr. going to get by the 90 and the 53. These guys are swapping positions. And when these tires started to wear out a little bit, you start seeing a little bit more position changes. And Palumbo saving those tires and now starting to use those old tires there. Look at the 88 following him through. Will Dunbar in that 88 car now up to the 8th position, getting by Jim Willis. Good run here for the 88 so far. Looking out of the front of that Salesforce sponsor machine, running in P8. Getting some word, guys are going to start making pit stops here. Colin Matiak, the leader. Preston Hassel trying to get by. Jim Willis indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So we're starting to see some green flag pit stops. The 13, Colin Matiak making a pit stop. The 4 of Artaviana also making a pit stop. That's going to make give the race lead to Preston Hassel. Take a look at the 53, Jim Willis coming down pit lane as Preston Hassel leading the field. 82, Tim Lansbury behind him. The 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. Looks like Preston Hassel down to the inside. Looks like he's going to be coming down pit lane. Got to be really, really careful not to speed here, man. Look at that. Well, we got a mess there coming on to pit lane. Side by side right there. Tim Lansbury now the leader. You see the 53 finishing up his pit stop. Will Dunbar also finishing up. 21, Lucas Simpner finishing up his pit stop. A couple guys here have not pitted yet. 82, 91. So Tim Lansbury and that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang coming down pit lane. Look at that mess right there. Green flag pit stops. It's underway. That is a hornet's nest. '91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. ducking into his pit stall. On board here with Claudio Bardelli Jr. Todd Robillard has missed his pits. He's missed his pit stall. He's going to have to come around and pit again. Oh, devastating here for the 90. Missed his pit stall. Now he is almost spinning out right there, getting back up on the track, but now he's going to have to come back down pit lane. Colin Madiak, I believe, will assume the lead once this is cycles back around. Todd Robillard now coming back down pit lane. He is livid right now. So Todd Robillard now on pit lane. 53, Jim Willis, he might be coming back down pit lane. He might have got caught speeding. Colin Madiak, see the 90 of Todd Robillard finishing up his pit stop now. 1 lap down. He might end up going 2 laps down before it's over with. Devastating for the 90. Now he's got to fight to get that lucky dog. Arthur Vieira is a lap down. He got caught speeding on pit lane and had to do a drive-through. '53 can't figure it out, man. He is coming back down pit lane again. So I don't know whether he just keeps speeding or what, but nonetheless, he is having a tough night here in this 53 car. Jim Willis in this Black Rifle Coffee Company machine. Making a pit stop here. '29 and the 24 here getting after it. Zachman Casey up on the high lines. Sean Jacobson, the 24 car, down on the low line at Western Auto Sponsor Machine out to 3rd position. Madiak has about a 5-second lead over Preston Hassel, who's running in the 2nd position. Jim Willis, oh my heavens, man. Jim Willis, I can't figure out what's going on with him. So Jim Willis having a tough night, man. Claudio Bardelli Jr., Ed Palumbo here getting after it. 29, Zachman Casey also. Good battle right here. This is for the 4th position. Bardelli Jr., for the 5th position. Bardelli Jr. gets 5th. Zachman Casey running in the 6th position. Ed Palumbo in the 54 running in 7th. Bardelli Jr. down to the inside line as Ed Palumbo gets by. Now Bardelli is in the 6th spot. Christian Wilson here in the 30 car. Right now running in P9. Lucas Simpner on pit lane. Interesting pit stop for him. Very interesting pit strategy here for the 21 car. Coming back down pit lane. Short pitting, I believe. And now in P11, so he's now one lap down. Tim Lansbury in the 82, he was real slow on pit lane, almost out of fuel. Now running in P8. Preston Hassel, 24 of Sean Jacobs working together here. Also Zachman Casey, 54 Ed Palumbo, the 91 of Claudio Bardelli Jr. So 27, Preston Hassel here starting to close in on Colin Matiak. Has a 2.2 second lead over P2. And that's Preston Hassel. Sean Jacobs in the 24, running in the third position. Zachman Casey is fourth. Ed Palumbo running in the fifth position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is sixth. Take a look at Sean Jacobs at the wheel. Zachman Casey just behind him. Will Dunbar in the 88 car, running in the seventh position, just continuing to move up the grid. Right now running it with Jim Willis. Now Jim Willis had to come down pit lane several times. He's now 6 laps, 6 laps down. Artur Vieira here shown in the 11th position. Now Artur is on the lead lap. He and Lucas Simpson are both on the lead lap, running in P11, P12. Todd Robillard right now is in the lucky dog position in this 90 car. He was hoping for a caution flag, but right now we got a good green flag look to this race. Colin Matiak in a little bit of traffic now as those guys have run him down. He has got Artur Vieira just ahead. Also Lucas Simpner just ahead. On board here with our race leader, and he's got a mess of cars behind him. I think these guys might have changed 4 tires. Colin on 2-tire stop here. Those guys are going to eat him up now. They've caught him. This is 27 into 13, fighting for the race lead. That's if I was a 13, I wouldn't be fighting too hard, knowing those guys have 4 fresh tires. 27 cannot pull off that pass. Zachman Casey going around on the outside. He's going to look to try to get around. 13, Colin Matiak still holding on to that spot. Ed Palumbo there gets around Preston Hassel. Ed Palumbo here looking very, very racy here in this 54 car. He has been quiet on the radio. Zachman Casey. This would be a huge win for him. We'll take a look at him in the 29. He's running in the second position. And Palumbo just behind him in that 54, running in third. Preston Hassel dropping back, pulling off those tires, running in fourth. But Casey going down to the bottom side here. He's looking like he wants to get around the 13 car. He may end up giving up that high side here. We'll see what happens to the 29 and the 54. Was the 54 going to let him back in? But Casey there on the throttles. Is he going to be able to pull off this pass? He's got a little bit of help here with the 54 car. Ed Palumbo giving him a little bit of a push. There's the aero push he needs right there. The slipstream in effect there as a 54, the 29. The 29, new race leader. 54, Ed Palumbo, helping him out. 13, indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So Colin Matiak tried that 2-tire stop, indicating he's going to be coming back down pit lane. Interesting to see the strategies on these guys. 13. Oh, a lot of speed. Oh, no, and he spins the car. He spins the car and brings out a caution flag. What did we talk about in the pre-race show? Pitting can be tricky. So the 13 car coming around, spinning that car and making a little bit of contact with the wall. So, our first caution flag. We'll see what happened here. As the 13 came off the track to do his pit stop here, and a lot of speed on this flat part of the track. And you see he is trying to hold on to this thing. The back end coming around on him, and he smacks that inside wall. And he is pretty upset at himself. Watch this. Again, a lot of speed coming down onto the flat part of the track right here. And then just going to lose the back end of this car. Oh, and there's a hard lick right there for him. Front end damage for Colin Matiak. Now he didn't pit, so he is low on fuel. '29 of Zachman Casey is the leader. Ed Palumbo is second. Preston Hassel third. Sean Jacobs fourth. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is fifth. These guys are waiting on the pace car here. The pace car's got a grandpa driving it, I guess. Don't forget, coming up at 3 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series will be at Phoenix Raceway, race number 8 in that High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series season. Who's going to bring home the victory at Phoenix? My money is on Ricardo Almeida, but you'll have to watch TurnLeftTV to find out. It'll be live right here, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looks like we're getting some guys coming down pit lane. So a little bit of a mess right now on pit lane. Oh, there might be some shenanigans going on right there. There were some shenanigans. I think somebody came around. We'll see what happened here. So it looked like Ed Palumbo might have gotten into Jim Willis. That was interesting right there. Some shenanigans. Take a look at this again. Right there, trying to split the middle there and getting into Jim Willis. And oh, the 91 also gets into him. Just on board here with Claudio Bardelli Jr. He's going to see a whole lot of that 53 car right there in front of him. Well, Preston Hassel, after that whole mess right there, is the race leader. Man, I got a little crazy. So the 27 AMD sponsored machine. Preston Hassel is the leader. Zach Casey in the 29 is second. Claudio Bardelli Jr. third. Ed Palumbo is fourth. Sean Jacobs is fifth.
It'll be one to go this time by.
All right, getting to one to go. Looks like Preston Hassel in the 27 car has elected to take the inside line. Jim Willis has retired his machine. He had a ton of damage. He was off the. He just had a bad night there, man. He got caught speeding, and he tried to serve his drive-through penalty, and you know, just kept. I don't know whether he just kept speeding or you know what was going on there, but whatever the case may be, was not serving the penalty, and he just got himself behind the 8-ball 6 laps down, and then got into an incident there on pit lane with the 54. So one caution flag here, halfway almost. Not bad. Okay, a little bit of rubber down on the track here. Going to be a little bit slicker here on this this round. So 27 on the inside line. 29, Zach Casey has shown a lot of muscle here tonight. So keep your eye on that Toyota up on the outside line. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. He's climbed up the grid there pretty quickly. Starting in P3, yet Palumbo starting in 4th. Sean Jacobs 5th. Tim Lansbury starts in the 6th position.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green, side by side here. Preston Hassel using that outside line. 29, Zach Casey just behind him in P2. 54, Ed Palumbo is in 3rd. Tim Lansbury following him through. So the outside line is kind of that place to be. 27, though, says, hey, I'll try it on the inside line. You go ahead. He's going to end up giving up a spot here if he's not careful. This guy's got a heck of a run on him, and they back off, and the thing's starting to get bunched up there. Claudio Bardelli Jr. down to the inside line. He's going to try to get 2. Looking out of the back of Preston Hassel's machine. It's getting a little wild right there. Claudio Bardelli Jr. thought he was going to end up getting the 2nd position, not able to hold on to that. He's going down to the bottom line again. It is a mess right there. 29, Zach Casey. This is a mess. These guys maybe getting a little bit chippy here, trying to get spots. Bardelli Jr. climbing up the track there, almost gets into the 27 car. When Casey on board here with him, as you see him working that wheel, running in P2. He's looking on the low side here. Can he pull off this pass? He's trying to get around 27. Take the race lead. Preston Hassel, a little bit of help there from the 54. That's going to help him. 54 might end up getting through as well. Tim Lansbury here. He's trying to get around as well. 82. Skyline Chili Ford Mustang now takes over the third position. Arthur Vieta here climbing back up there. Remember, he was lapped down at some point. Now finds himself back on the lead lap, running in fourth. Zach Casey continuing to use that bottom line here, dropping down. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is going to sneak through. Take a look at Sean Jacobs here, running in the 7th position. Colin Matiak there after contact with that inside wall. Gotten that damage repaired. And oh, now he says, hey, I'll tell you what, let me get to the outside wall here now. Colin Matiak has had an eventful night. He's in the 7th position. Sean Jacobs drops back to 8th. Todd Robillard in the 9th position. Preston Hassel continuing to hold on to that position. The 54, Ed Palumbo running in 2nd. 82, Tim Lansbury is 3rd. '27 AMD sponsor machine of Preston Hassel. Running in P1, 57 laps in. Jim Willis now joining us in the chat session. How about this? Paul Brown also in the chat session. Jim Willis did have a bad night. That's unfortunate for him. I think it started off with a speeding penalty and then some incident on pit lane there. I think not to his doing. He was in that far right lane and just got run into. '27 continuing to lead. 54 putting some pressure on him right now. Will Dunbar, look at this, 3 wide here. Christian Wilson, Will Dunbar, and Givaldo Spindola. 3 wide. Oh, there's some contact right there. They're 3 wide here. Oh, Christian Wilson. Christian Wilson holding on to that thing. He does not wreck, but I tell you what, that got crazy. That got crazy. Go on here. This is Christian Wilson on board here with him, and he is the meat in the sandwich. Through the quad oval. And right here, man, there's a little bit of contact right there. Will Dunbar getting into him, and he gets up into Givaldo, and then he's hanging on to this thing. Does a great job of saving that. So the 30 car, Christian Wilson, woo! Man, that was crazy. Looking out here, watch this. Looking out of the front of Lucas Simpsoner's machine. Christian Wilson coming right across the front of him. Doing a great job of saving and getting back up on the track. And Palumbo here now vying for the race lead. Down to the inside, this mellow yellow sponsor machine. Oh, man, a little bit of door contact right there. Door to door. 54 getting that spot. So there was some contact, I believe. Looking out of the front of Tim Lansbury machine. Watch this. There's going to be contact right there. A little bit of a kiss. He said, have some mellow yellow. So Ed Palumbo back to the race lead. I was talking to Ed the other day. He's like, man, I'll never get another win. He was really kind of down on himself here. But I'll tell you, it's just one of those things that once he starts winning, it just comes in waves. I've seen him do it. And this guy can flat out drive a car. So right now he has gotten that car up to the front of the field and now starting to open up a little bit of a gap there on the 27 car. So Ed Palumbo in the 54. That mellow yellow sponsor machine leading. 27 Preston Hassel is second. 82, Tim Lansbury in third. Preston Hassel has a good run here on the 54 car. Take a look at Art Devetta here in the 4. He's running in the 4th position. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. just behind him. Some guys were picking the 4 car to win this race tonight. So, again, one of those drivers, I've said this about him before, he can flat out drive anything, but also you never count this guy out. I mean, he's quiet on the radio, doesn't say much during the race. All business. Been racing with Arthur for many, many years now. And he is always a very, very professional driver. Very competitive and one of the nicest guys out there on the track. Take a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr. running behind him in the 5th position. Zach Casey is 6th. Colin Madiak running in P7. Madiak really wanting to squeeze in on that high line. Looking out of the back of Claudio Bardelli Jr.'s machine. Take a look at Zach Casey. Arthur Vieira is just ahead of him, but Zach Casey running here behind Bardelli Jr. Colin Madiak running in the 7th position. These guys nose to tail. Once these tires start to wear out a little bit, you'll start to see them fan out like we did late in that first run. I think the more you save your tires through this run, the better you're going to be later half, the latter half of this run. Preston Hassel really looking like he wants to go down to this bottom side and try to get back by that 54 car. On board here with Preston Hassel running in 2nd. And Palumbo really getting that car up to the outside line here and starting to open up a little bit of a gap there on the 27. We'll take a look at that side-by-side view there, that battle there. About 0.2 of a second, almost 0.3 of a second gap between the two of those guys. P1, P2. Colin Madiak here looking to make a move. He's on the outside line here of Zach Casey. 13, Madiak. Told you he was peeking around on that outside line and now uses it to get around the 29 car. Madiak's bounced back here a little bit from that incident coming down onto pit lane and spun that car. Man, he is all over the back of the 91 right now. 91, pretty savvy driver here. He's going to probably protect that high line. He does not want to let Colin Madiak have that high line. Colin's going to go up there anyway. Is he going to run out of room? Is he going to run out of room? Oh, my God. I thought he was going to run out of room right there. Bardelli Jr., I think, cut him a solid. Gave him a break as the 13 pulls off that pass. Zach Casey is going to try to mimic that. He's not able to pull that off. Wow. That got tight right there. Casey here down to the high side, trying to get around the 24. 24, actually the 24 looked like he's trying to get around Casey. Casey in the 29 holding on to that position. .54 indicating he's going to be coming back down. He's going to be coming down pit lane. I thought I heard him saying he's going to make a pit stop here. 21, Lucas Simpner. His Flex Seal sponsor machine. He's going to be coming down pit lane. Oh, we got a yellow flag just as he was ready to make a pit stop. Got a yellow flag here. 54 on pit lane. We got a yellow flag. So he had committed to come down pit lane. So a caution flag. I told you pit stops are challenging. Take a look and see what happened here. Preston Hassel coming off the pace there to come down pit lane, and his car is going to spin right there. Oh, and then hard into the wall. My God. looking out of the back of, take a look out of Ed Palumbo's machine. See if we can't get a look at that. Watch this here. Watch, you'll see Preston Hassel losing the back end of that car right there and smacking the wall. So Preston Hassel coming down pit lane and just going to lose the back end of this car. Oh, and then just a hard lick, that inside wall. Spindle, he decides, hey, I'm going to come down pit lane. And he can come down pit lane there as a 27 making a pit stop. Or trying to get them back out on the track. We got a mess going on here. I don't know what's going on with these guys. So Christian Wilson back to the lead, the 30 car. We're up to the lead, I should say. Martin Vieira shown in second, Colin Madiak third. We got somebody stopped there on the track, it looks like. Preston Hassel out of fuel. Preston Hassel is out of fuel.
Road will be open this time.
So these guys are trying to fix what they've broken, I believe. So a couple guys there retired machines. Preston Hassel ran out of gas on the track. The High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder will be in action tomorrow. Texas Motor Speedway, 133 laps, race number 8 in that second season of 2021.
It'll be one to go this time, bud.
So these guys are waiting on pit lane. All right, looks like these guys are trying to sort out a little bit of a problem there. 54 pitting his car. High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series will be in action tomorrow at Phoenix International. It's race number 8. We've got 3 races to go. Phoenix, Kansas, and Richmond in that great season. The High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series will be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Phoenix Raceway.
Green flag, go, go, go.
So it looks like these guys are going to do a competition yellow here. '29 Zach Casey, leader.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Good to see Alexei Salviev in here. Hopefully he does come out tomorrow and race with us. So right now we are in a little bit of a holding pattern here. We're trying to fix a few things, it looks like.
Will be open this time. Release that car. Pit road will be open this time.
All right, these guys are waiting here to try to so some sorting issues, it looks like, it's happened with the game. It does that once in a while. I think somebody pitted on a closed pit. That's what happened. All right, I think these guys. These guys trying to sort this out. It's getting a little bit messy right there. Alexei Salviev,
It'll be one to
again,
go
joining
this
us in the
time.
chat session.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, I think we got that worked out. So 13, Kalamadiak to the lead. Mark Vieta is second. Christian Wilson is third. Madiak, Vieta, Wilson. Robillard is fourth. Mancasey is fifth. Bardelli Jr. sixth. Lucas Simpner is seventh. Ed Palumbo eighth. Givaldo Spindola is ninth. And the 4. Todd Robillard is in the 90. Those guys that are showing a lap down are going to be out of the lap here because the game is broken right now. We're trying to do our best to fix this thing. All right, Madiak is the leader. This has been a little bit of a mess, a race here. Somebody pitted when they should not have pitted. And Palumbo second in line. We got a yellow flag. We got a yellow flag here as Colin Madiak comes around, actually gets turned over. We'll see what happened here. Well, we're getting your lap back to you. Right there, some shenanigans, and the 13 comes over and destroyed right there. Look at that, on his lid. So right here, as we see these guys get together, as right there was contact. And Colin Madiak goes for a ride. All right, looks like we've got we're getting somewhat figured out here, I believe. Man. The 30, Christian Wilson.
Pit road will be open this time. Release that car.
Christian Wilson, the leader there in a 30 car. How about this 30 car there in the lead? Sorry, we had a little bit of silence there. We're trying to clear. We got 3 cars there. We're still trying to give them their lap back that they should. So somebody, it's hard to explain, man. Anybody knows rFactor 2 knows exactly what's going on with this game. That you know, if it's easy to break the game under on these ovals, if people are not following the rules. You do not pit, when the caution flag comes out, you do not pit under a closed pit. All right, the 4 of Art Vienna is in second. At Palumbo third. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is fourth. Zach Casey fifth.
Pit road will be open this time.
So we get 5 laps to go here, and wow, it was a really good race here. It's ended up being a little bit of a mess, but we get that all worked out thanks to Will. Looks like he is taking charge of this, but we've had some guys run out of fuel. Sean Jacobs ran out of fuel. Tim Lansbury ran out of Preston Hassel ran out of fuel. Don't forget the schedule coming up. Iowa Speedway next week, Texas, followed by Daytona on July the 2nd. Homestead on July the 9th, Bristol Motor Speedway on July the 16th, Riverside at Road Course coming up on the 23rd of July, Nashville Super Speedway, 110 laps there on July the 30th, Chicagoland Speedway. It's a great track there, and followed by Indianapolis finishing out the season.
It'll be one to go this time by.
Don't forget, EliteHostingUSA.com is your go-to for rFactor 2 servers. If you're interested in a rFactor 2 server, please give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. 3 self-managed packages for you to choose from. All right, here we go. We're going to go back green. Looks like the 30 has taken that outside line. The 4 of Artivieta is on the inside line.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. The 4 car of Artivieta, they're jumping down to the inside and taking over the lead. Yeah, Palumbo's second. Colin Madiak is third. Colin might be making a little payback here. So Artivieta, that 98 car, 54 Ed Palumbo trying to get by him. Look at that, Colin Madiak in the 13. Artivieta up on the outside line. Look at this on Colin Madiak in the...
Yellow.
Oh, no, we got a wreck. So yellow flag here, and we got a green-white checker. We'll take a look and see what happened here. There's already taken place there. Take a look here. And wow, it looks like the 54 and the 13 got together. There might have been a little bit of might be some atmosphere there. The 54 comes down, gets into the 13 car, and then right here, Colin Madiak. You're going to see a whole lot of that 54 car. So while Bardelli Jr. now the race leader, we got a green-white checker on board here. That was something a little crazy right there. So what ended up being a little bit of a mess here, we had a great race going on, and then we just had one thing lead to another. I think some people are getting a little chippy.
Pit road will be open this time for the fast cars.
So the 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr., the leader. 29, Zachman Casey, second. Christian Wilson in third. Todd Robillard fourth. Lucas Simpner in fifth. The 91 of Bardelli Jr. Remember, he got a big win in the Saturday Night Thunder last week. Can he get another win here? Get a Buschwackers win. It'll be his first Buschwackers win. 29, Zachman Casey. This will be a big win for him.
Pit road will be open this time.
Got IndyCar Series coming at you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on TurnLeftTV. Should be a great, great race. Phoenix Raceway, race number 8. 3 races to go, including Phoenix. And 200 laps there tomorrow. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. So a green-white checker. And hopefully we can finish this under green. We had 2 really good long green flag runs. And then we got this mess here at the end. Not indicative of what we normally see here in the Buschwacker Series. Sorry for the silence there. We had to try to clear some penalties and get things straightened out there. So I was pulling a little admin duty while broadcasting at the same time. So I got to wonder what lane is the 91 car going to choose. You know, the 29 car has really liked to go up that high lane as well. So we will see here. This should be a good battle here between the two of these guys. And don't forget about Christian Wilson. I've talked about him, you know, last season as how much improvement I've seen out of him.
It'll be one to go this time by.
So Bardelli Jr., I guess that's an indication he's going to be taking the inside line there. Going to put Christian Wilson in the on the inside line there in P3. Todd Robillard in 4th. Mark Vieira 5th. Colin Madiak 6th. Actually, Colin up on the outside line there. Vieira on the inside line of that 4 car. So now we got the 91 of Claudio Bardelli Jr. On the inside, the 29 of Zach Casey up on the outside line. We got a green-white checker. Christian Wilson in third in the 30 car. Todd Robillard in the 90, fourth. Colin Matiak, he's up there on the outside line. He will start in sixth. Artur Vieira in the 4. Actually going to start in the fifth position on the inside line. He's going to have to tighten up there behind that 30 car a little bit.
Green flag, go, go,
All right,
go.
here we go. Back to green. Green-white checker. Who's got it? Who's going to take home the victory here? Side by side, the 91 and the 29. I think it's between the two of those guys unless something crazy goes on here. 29 looking like he has a pretty good run. He's got a help from the 90 car. Zach Casey. The outside, and don't forget about the 90. He's going to try to get by. 13, Colin Matiak is on a mission. Don't forget about Colin Matiak, man. I'll tell you what, you get that guy fired up, and he's just going to string wins together. He's kind of trapped up there on the outside now. 1 lap to go. The 29, Zach Casey, can hold off to win this race. 90's got a good run. 29 going to play a little defense on the outside line. Coming down the backstretch into turn 3. Robillard to the inside line. Robillard, oh no! Robillard's got a little help, and Robillard wins that race. The 29. Oh my heavens! Todd Robillard won that race. Oh my heavens! Casey finishes second, Matiak third, Vieira fourth, Bardelli Jr. fifth. We'll take a look at this pass here at the end. A little bit of help there from Matiak. Matiak looked like he was going to go to the high line, and he went back down low, and that gave the 90 the run he needed. So the 90 gets the race win. Congratulations to him. So congratulations to Todd Robillard. So congratulations to Todd Robillard on getting that victory there. We'll see if we can get the final results here. So Todd Robillard finishes in first. Zach Casey, good run here for him. Second position. Colin Matiak finishes in the third position. Artur Vieira, how about that? Bouncing back to third, huh? Artur Vieira finishes in the fourth position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. fifth. Lucas Simpner finishes in sixth. Christian Wilson 7th. Givaldo Spindola finishes in the 8th position. And Palumbo 9th. Will Dunbar finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in 11th is Sean Jacobs. Tim Lansbury finishes in the 12th position. Preston Hassel 13th. And Jim Willis finishes in the 14th position. So we'll see if we can't get Todd Robillard up here in the booth with us. All right, we got Todd up here. Man, what a finish there to a messy race.
Yeah, it was a little bit, I don't know, there was some problems there for a bit.
Well, we had such a great, two long green flag runs, and then it just got messy there on that caution flag.
Yeah, a lot of times when something happens, the scoring breaks for some reason because somebody doesn't follow an instruction or takes a penalty while they're on pit lane, something like that. That's usually what the reason for these these cautions, these convoluted cautions where everybody's out of place and laps down and things like that. And it's tough as an admin. It's tough to try to deal with it while you're racing.
Yeah, absolutely. And broadcasting too, yeah.
And broadcasting. Sorry about that in the middle of the race. I can only do so much. But
yep. Yeah, that's too bad. That's it's kind of where you need you almost need just human eyes on the whole thing and being able to adjust things versus relying on the rules package from the game. There's just some things that you just can't deal with.
Right. And the thing about the rules packages is it's made to do one thing, and that's to keep everybody in place, score it, and all that. And once that something breaks or something is out of place in that, it doesn't know how to deal with it correctly very quickly. It will eventually work itself out, but sometimes we have to intervene and type in commands while we're out on the racetrack or broadcasting.
Well, let's talk about the two green flag runs there, the long runs. It seemed like things were sort of single file there for a while, but once the tires start to wear out, guys were choosing bottom line, and obviously the high line seemed to be the place to be, but really you started getting packs of cars, and it had to be a lot of fun driving in that traffic.
It was. The track actually drives a bit like Homestead once the tires start to wear. I noticed after we made that first green flag pit stop, everybody got spread out a little bit, and the tension kind of tones down a little bit because we don't have these big packs of cars running around one another for a whole lap. Once we got strung out a little bit, then people could settle down and run their own race. We did have some pretty good racing there for a bit.
Well, I think there was some talk there before the race is over about not counting this race, and we'll have to kind of talk about what we want to do, whether we want to push everything back a week and just do this track again. We want to put this track at the end, what we want to do about this. But let's look at the schedule just the way it is right now. Iowa Speedway coming up next week. That's got to be a little bit of a question mark, I think, in a lot of guys' minds.
Well, I think we raced pretty well at Iowa. We've put on some pretty good shows there. It's a nice short track. It's bumpy. It's fast. And it can be tough to get around on worn tires. So, it should prove to be a pretty good race.
Well, we've had a lot of positive feedback on this schedule here with Texas and Daytona, Palm Springs, Bristol. I know a lot of guys like that short track. And then Riverside seems to be a real popular track. The guys like the road course, and they think Riverside's a lot of fun. You got Nashville, Chicagoland, and Indy. And anything stand out to you on that schedule?
Nashville. I really like Nashville. That should be a great race.
Well, hey, congratulations here. Obviously, we'll have to have a little bit of a debrief and figure out what we're going to do about this. But, hey, a win's a win, and congratulations to you. What an exciting pass there as you approach the start-finish line.
Thank you. I felt bad for Zach. I didn't want to hang him out like that, but I had to go. So, hey, congratulations to him for hanging on to it. He did a great job there at the end.
All right, man. I'll talk to you in just a few.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, that's Todd Robillard joining us up here in the booth after the win for the 90 car at Freightliner-sponsored Camaro. And again, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we got Phoenix Raceway headed your way in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. That'll be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on TurnLeftTV, a 200-lap race. So a great little track there. We're going to call that a mile in length. I think there's some dispute of whether that's actually a mile or not. It might be a little bit over a mile. like 1.02 or something like that. Then Texas Motor Speedway is coming up in the Saturday Night Thunder, race number 8. That's going to be a great race there. Texas is always a lot of fun, and this Cup Series season is really in full swing. This is 3 races to go in that season, and Texas is a good one. So that's coming up tomorrow. I'll be out there on the track racing with the boys. So if you want to beat up on the broadcaster, come on out. There's a Discord address there. You can come on out and lay the smack down on the broadcaster. I want to say thanks so much for coming out to the YouTube channel, man. It's been a little bit of a mess right there. Sorry we had to clear up some things there. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do about this race. Again, it's really the rules package that is the problem, but we'll see how we can't rectify that, get that something that's fair for everybody. But thanks for being patient here and sticking out and watching the race with us. We had a great first 2 green flag stints there, and then it just got messy. Guys were trying to run it down to the nitty-gritty there on fuel and got caught, and then that really caused one thing to happen after the other. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to say thank you so much. Congratulations to Todd Roblard. Thanks for coming in tonight, and we'll see you next time. In the meantime, I am out of here.